Today, Kevin and I are going to be trying some tiny Tates. Tates, Southampton, New York, uniquely crispy, deeply delicious. They're new because they're tiny. We have the chocolate chip cookies.
And I have the Snickerdoodle cookies.
These were $6.49 each. $6.49 at Kroger. So, for a 5.5 ounce bag. 155.9 grams. It says thin, tiny, thin, and scrumptious. So we have had their chocolate chip cookies, but the whole purpose of trying these is to try them because they're tiny, and I want to see how tiny they are. It says tiny size on here, so I'm assuming they're going to be the size on the bag, because usually it'll say enlarged to show detail or something like that. This doesn't. So it says distributed by Tate, Southampton, New York, like I said, www.tatesbakeshop.com. 5 servings are in the container, 17 cookies, 29 grams is 150 calories. So I think that's great that you can get 17.
Makes you feel like you got it.
It makes you feel like you're getting more when you can count out 17 cookies.
It's good too.
Yes. And yeah, they are. Yes.
Do you remember the cookie cereal? That kind of reminds me of that.
Cookie Crisp.
Yeah, kind of reminds me of that size. These are a little bit bigger, but not much. Which, by the way, I always hated that cereal.
Cookie Crisp. We have a review on the channel of Cookie Crisp.
Never liked it.
These are
good. These have a good, a nice crunchy texture, but they're also got a little bit of a buttery kind of texture. I mean, a flavor.
They do, but they also have a little bit of a longer baked flavor.
It does. Almost to the point of being like a burnt flavor.
Like a scorched.
Yeah.
So when I say that,
scald on them.
when I say that, I don't mean to be negative at all, but you have your lightly baked chocolate chip cookies, and then you have some that you leave in the oven just a minute longer than you meant to.
Right.
And this is the flavor you get when you've left them in a minute longer than you meant to.
Has that toasty kind of flavor.
Yeah, but they're still good.
They're still good.
And you do get the texture of the chocolate. You do taste the chocolate chips. So I like those. There's a lot of uses for those. Yes, you could just eat them, but you could also add them to a little dessert.
Yeah, put them on top of little cupcakes.
It would be cute on top of a cupcake, absolutely. So
I think they're good. I do agree with you. They do have that little bit of an over-baked flavor.
These look like almost like a vanilla wafer, the color of them. These are the Snickerdoodle cookies. Oh, they smell really good. They smell strong. I don't know if they're going to taste strong, but they smell strong. 16 cookies are 150 calories.
You get one less cookie. I like that better.
Cinnamon, brown sugar, salt.
You get the cinnamon and you get the sugar for sure.
You smell the cinnamon really strong.
I like those. I actually like those better because even though the chocolate chip cookies are good, they do have that little bit of a scorched flavor. So these all just taste sweet and cinnamony. Cinnamony.
And the bake on them is perfect. They're crunchy, and they're crunchy without being hard.
Right.
And I really like the texture of them.
Yeah, they're kind of crumbly almost.
Yes, and they're thin, but they're not like thin as a bark. That like you get that cookie bark.
Yeah.
They're a little bit thicker than that. So it's actually really nice texture.
Really nice. I like both of them. Truthfully, I would get the Snickerdoodle over the chocolate chips personally, but I think both of them are good. I
do taste the cinnamon in here. It is it's a sweet cookie, but it's not as sweet as I don't think it's like as sweet as like a cinnamon sugar, like a churro or something, because it doesn't have the amount of sugar on it to me. But it still is really nice.
Yeah, you do get sugar though. You get the texture.
You do get a sweetness to
it.
I just don't want you to expect an overly
it's not
top
super sweet cookie.
Yeah, I personally would pick the chocolate chip.
Oh, really?
Yes, I like them both. I think they did a good job on both of them. And what, there's nothing wrong with mini cookies.
Right.
But I would pick the chocolate chip because I do like that texture, the added texture of the chocolate, and I like the flavor of it too.
It gives you something to chew through, the little chocolate does.
Yeah.
It is a different texture.
So we're just a bag for each of us.
Yep.
But so we found these at Kroger. They were in the cookie aisle. They weren't on a special display or anything like that. But I think kids would like these too, especially kids to have their own size cookie. I think that's cute. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.